So our first question is, how and why did the Habitat for Humanity start?
Habitat for Humanity International was actually established in 1976 by Millard and Linda Fuller of Americus, Georgia. It has then branched out to about 93 affiliates worldwide, Habitat Canada being one of those affiliates. Under Habitat Canada, we have about 77 affiliates nationwide, Habitat York Region being one of them. It was our affiliate, specifically York Region, was established in response to a growing need for affordable housing right here in our own community, something that's very overlooked. So we think of Canada as this very prosperous nation where people come to for a better life, but actually there's some serious need right here in our own community and within the country.
All right, and the second question is, what exactly does Habitat for Humanity do in the community?
So not only do we build homes, affordable homes that are safe for our new homeowners who actually partner with our organization, but we also operate 2 restores, one in Newmarket and one in Vaughan. These are the retail ends of our organization. So they sell new and gently used building materials, appliances, home furnishings, home decor, that sort of thing. These are all items that are donated by people within the community, as well as the manufacturers and the retailers within York Region. So because 100% of the items that we sell are donated, it allows for us to save some money, so we don't have to go purchase anything, but we also can direct revenues generated from the restores to support the affiliate. So that way 100% of any individual's monetary donation can be directed directly to our cause, which is building homes.
So who do you think is the most common group of people or individuals who come to Habitat for Humanity for help?
For help, so our families come from all walks of life. We do not discriminate. We have had families apply for our homes with disabilities, and we have actually built our homes around this, including the wheelchair ramps and access for wheelchair access into showers and whatnot. We have people from all different ethnicities and income brackets. The majority of our families that apply for our homes do fall under the poverty line, and this is part of the family selection requirement. So, do you want me to expand on our family selection criteria? So just so you get an overview of that. So we select our families based on 3 pieces of criteria. One is their need for affordable housing. So they are obviously living in an area of need, whether it be overcrowding in their own homes, so large families in small homes, 1-bedroom, basement apartments, unsafe neighborhoods, structural problems with their homes, whether it be heating or sewage, that sort of thing. We also select our families based on their ability to repay a Habitat mortgage, because we do not give homes away for free, which is a major misconception with our organization. Families do actually partner with us and purchase their homes at a no interest, no down payment mortgage held by our organization. So they must be able to demonstrate that they have the ability to repay this mortgage by showing that they have a safe and steady, stable income, consistent income, and their willingness to partner with Habitat York Region. This being said, they must be willing to commit to their 500 hours of sweat equity, which is, instead of giving us a monetary down payment, they give it to us in the form of volunteer hours to our organization.
Go.
So, what is one of the problems the charity faces in whether it be lack of resources or lack of volunteers?
Definitely a lack of resources. We never lack volunteers, which is great. I've never had a problem getting volunteers wanting to go on the build site or help us out in our resource or in the office either. So people in the community are very giving. Our challenge is finding affordable land within York Region. The further north you go, obviously, the more cost effective it is to build up there. We do struggle with finding affordable land in the south part of the region, so Vaughan, Richmond Hill, and Markham. Very expensive. Even if the land was donated to us, the taxes would be too expensive for our families to afford to be able to live down there. So we have great community partners who help sponsor our builds, as well in terms of materials and funds, as well as the volunteers coming onto our site. But our biggest struggle is to find the affordable land right across York Region and not just become Habitat Georgina or Habitat Newmarket because it's affordable.
So what's the number one way for members of the community to get involved with Habitat for Humanity?
There's a number of ways anyone in the community can get involved. The first being to donate. Any little bit of money helps. Keeping in mind that 100% of monetary donations go directly to our cause. Not 1 cent goes towards administration because that's all covered by the Restore's revenues. The second way is to volunteer. We are an organization that runs solely on volunteers. We have only, I think, 7 paid staff in our entire organization. And the third way is to advocate and do their own little fundraising and get our message out there and help us crush these misconceptions that we face within our community.
If you were to identify several misconceptions about your organization, what would they be and how would you address them?
Number one is that we give away homes for free to the homeless. This is very incorrect. Our families apply for our homes and they have to fit those 3 pieces of criteria: their need for affordable housing, their ability to repay our mortgage, and their willingness to partner with us. They do purchase the homes through a mortgage held by Habitat. The best way to get this message out that we do not give away homes for free is to speak with individuals like yourself to try and get the message out there to anyone who comes in contact with our organization. So volunteers. If one person can go home and tell one other person that this is what we do and this is what we do not do, then that's good for our day. Obviously, marketing is a struggle for us. We are not for profit. We don't have that much funds to fork out for marketing, so that's been a struggle. Another misconception is that if someone's donating to our organization, a certain percentage of that is going to pay staff salaries, and that's definitely incorrect. As I mentioned before, our restores do cover the administrative costs of running our organization, so that way 100% of anyone's donations can go directly to the cause.
So do you have any personal stories or personal experiences you'd like to share with us?
I started with Habitat last summer. I actually started last year in January as a volunteer and became the volunteer coordinator last summer. So I was around for the selection process for the families who moved into our Keswick homes that were complete in December. I was also there for their dedication ceremony, and because the girls of the single mom were underage, they weren't 16 or older, so they couldn't come onto the build site and see their home being built. They just got to refer to it through pictures. So I was there for the very first day, very first time that they got to see their very own bedrooms. The girls came from a 1-bedroom apartment, basement apartment with bars on the windows. Mom had always struggled to provide for them and give them everything they wanted and needed. They now have their very own bedrooms that are probably larger than the bedroom that they shared together. They no longer have to fight over what time they want the lights out or who gets what space in the closet. So they're very excited about that, and I'm very happy to have been there. It's very emotional. I got goosebumps. My colleague and I were very excited to have witnessed that, and we're very excited to be there for the family selection process for our Sutton build and to be there for the home dedication of that build as well.
So are there any recent or upcoming events that are coming up for the community to get involved in?
We have our annual summer social reception coming up on June 5th at Maxim's Gardens in Newmarket. It's our annual fundraiser. Last year we raised over $40,000. It's a great evening of food and drink and auctions. Just a nice way to bring in the community and to network and meet other people, specifically our donors and our volunteers who attend. We're also excited to announce that we will be building in Sutton, our very first build in Sutton. Not our first for Georgina, but first for Sutton, and that construction is set to begin in June as well. So we welcome anyone from the Newmarket Aurora area, even as far down as the south end of the region, to come out and help us build that home for that larger family. This year we're building a 4 to 5 bedroom home, so a bit larger than we have done in